In 2020, my siblings and I combined our stimulus checks and bought a Quadruplex. What'd you do with your check? Thanks for tuning in. And in case you didn't notice, we've also released an extended version of this discussion. In it, we go into deeper detail about our story and share more perspective on the topic, so you all could soak up game without missing any of the real spill. So if you looked at your wrist and got time today, check out Beyond Viral, the extended clips.
Welcome back to our channel, and as you can see, all the Treppers are here. So you already know.
And it feels so good.
Ow, ow. It's been a while since we all been on camera together, so you already know we cooking up something good for you. We have concluded season 1, but we still want to give you all a little something in the off season. We have OG Trep in the back.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
He making sure we look good on this camera for y'all right now.
Whether you're in real estate or running any other type of entrepreneurship endeavor, everyone wants to build a strong foundation, and the easiest way to do that is through social media. Your social media following translates directly into potential clients, right? And so going viral, gaining a following, all of those things are beneficial to anyone who is trying to be an entrepreneur. So we just wanted to get into some of the realities of what going viral meant for us, and hopefully these tips can benefit you as well. But the reality is, I'm not the one that posted this video. Nelly didn't post this video. Nev G posted the video.
Young Trep.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to hear it from him as to what happened and how this all went down.
All right, so basically getting right into it. Big Trep, he made our channel trailer. All right, so we put it out in the very beginning. Maybe one of our first posts that we ever posted was our channel trailer, trying to get all of you Treppers to come to the channel.
Facts.
So I feel like it only got maybe 100 views, maybe less than 100 views, first post. And then so we just let it sit. We just kept moving, kept posting. So one day I'm looking at our page, and our last two videos that we had posted had only had about 200 views, and we hadn't posted in a couple days. So I said, okay, let me go back into the archive, pull something out, and it was just the channel trailer. I saw it, I was like, this looks good. Put some captions on it, boom, put it out. It has 0 views for 3 hours.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not for 3 hours.
3 hours, 0 views. I'm like,
I did not know that.
Man,
yeah.
I'm about to take this down. I was about to take it down because I'm like, 0 views, nobody saw it. I might as well just pull it off and nobody will know.
I did not know that.
So that night around 11 o'clock, I maybe posted it around 6 p.m. That night, I go check it at around 11 and we have 3,000 views. And I'm like, that's different. So at that moment, I'm like, I'm definitely not deleting the video, because channel trailer getting 3,000 views in 4 hours or 5-6 hours at that point. I'm like, okay, I'm good with this. Not gonna delete it. So waited a little bit longer, and before I went to sleep, it was at like 6,000. And so I was gonna text the Treppers and the rest of the Treppers and let them know, like, hey, we doing it, right? And so I'm looking at all these, like, and I can tell it's an organic following too, because I'm looking at the comments coming in as the views going up, comments are trickling in, we're getting followers. And I'm like, okay. Then I even look at the YouTube and I see that some of you, not all of you, but a lot of you were trickling over to the YouTube.
I do feel like this is a good moment to give some context to where we were as far as our numbers prior to you posting. Okay. Just in general, our general statistics, right? So we only had about 300 followers on TikTok in total, which was essentially our friends and family and the friends and family of our friends and family. So it was super tight-knit group. We started off with no following whatsoever in general. So everything pretty much reflected that. Our Instagram platform, same situation, and the same with YouTube.
Now, after our channel trailer did take off, we are at 123,000 followers on TikTok, over 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and our channel trailer on TikTok is still doing numbers. We're at 4 million views, y'all, and we want to thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
97% of that 4 million of the posts that got 4 million views, 97% of those people that are putting eyes on that video are actually coming from off of our page. So they're coming from the For You page, or when you're just scrolling TikTok, you'll see our posts. That's where 97% of y'all came from. Like, if you saw that channel trailer and then you clicked on any video after that, you're like, yeah, let me go ahead and see what these guys got going on.
We already had a body of work waiting to completely entertain and show who we are and what we do organically. So it wasn't like a one-off situation where you saw this video and it's intriguing, and then you go to the account and it's a wasteland. It's a desert. There's nothing there to pour into you in any type of way. It wasn't like that. It was like you saw it, and again, this is our channel trailer that ended up going viral. So its goal was to encapsulate and introduce you all to us in a way that told the overall premise of who we are. And again, the rest of our content directly supported that message, you know? Right. And so I feel like that contributed to people sticking around and saying, hey, we're gonna follow these people because they're active and they're consistent and they're true to what attracted me in the first place, right? It wasn't just a random dance video or something that was not even really who we are, you know? It wasn't no just popular, trendy, whatever the case is. We were trying to tell our real story, and it resonated with people.
It did.
We're gonna watch the video together, and then we'll get into our overall thoughts about the post itself, right?
Yeah.
So we'll give our own little commentary. 4 million. I mean,
that's a lot of eyes.
That's a lot of people. I can barely fathom 4 million.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, let's check it out. In 2020, my siblings and I combined our stimulus checks and bought a quadruplex. What'd you do with your check? Come with us as we learn to rehab and market this multifamily building in an abandoned neighborhood. Yeah, we getting it out the mud. Hopefully our entrepreneurial spirit will allow us to Trep Out Da Bando. The purpose of this video is to start trying to give you all a realistic look into what is viral. Is viral something you should be, seeking to do, or how are you critiquing your content when you post it, and stuff like that. So for me, looking at this clip, the things that I found interesting, I won't say good or bad, but the misconceptions that got deconstructed when this went viral, one of them was the fact that this video, if you notice, it's not in a vertical format. Right? I mean, TikTok is known for being a vertical video format. Now, Nevin added text to the top and bottom to fill in the dead spaces, but most of the time we assume that something that would go viral is something that was shot for TikTok. Again, this is our channel trailer. It was shot for YouTube. So therefore it's in a horizontal aspect ratio. It's not in a vertical one. So that's not a good or bad, but if you are someone who is kind of self-conscious about your content, the one lesson from that is to not overthink it. What was most important was technically the message of the post, not necessarily was it a vertical video or not. So I thought that was interesting. And again, me being a content creator, I have my own personal critiques and preferences of how I like things to be laid out or whatever. Again, Nevin took the initiative to repost the channel trailer. He added that text. He did that typography and everything. For me personally, I would say, shrink down the text at the top, or maybe shrink down the text at the bottom. You know, there's a space between, you know, the duh and the word bando, but that's a one word thing and all, you know, so I could have overthought it and maybe I would have taken it down, or I would have, you get what I'm saying? But what I like is the fact that for the most part, I make content, so I'm kind of like the chef in the kitchen, and then they are the ones that market it, promote it, and, you know, put it on a nice dish and serve it to you guys, right? And so the way Nevin's style is very like, it's unpredictable for me. Just, you know, he calls me OC Dwayne, but yeah, for me, it's unpredictable. And as far as the timing when he posted it, which is another thing that I think is good to dissect about this, he posted it at a time that me listening to so much TikTok pointers and tips on YouTube, I wouldn't have posted it at that time. What time did you post that video?
Maybe like 6 p.m.
He posted it, and I can go right here. The beauty of technology. He posted that thing at 8:35 p.m. So right there, January 8th, 8:35.
Yeah, so what I was thinking when I did that, it literally was like, our last 2 posts have 200 views. We haven't posted in 2 or 3 days. I'm just gonna post this because
something
activity, consistency.
Yeah, consistent.
8:35.
Yeah, 8:35. So, you know, again, he's unpredictable to me, but I believe in having diverse approaches to stuff. So I have to get out of my own preference sometimes, get out of my own head with how things should go. And lo and behold, it went viral, and he's the only one that has ever posted anything that's gone viral for us. So, so that's another thing that I want to communicate to those of you who are interested in the whole trying to go viral or chasing viral or anything like that, is get out of your own head. I literally was out of my own head because it wasn't me that did it, it was him. And try not to overcalculate when and how you post, because to some extent, in all honesty, despite what everybody is saying on YouTube, there is a randomness, luck, just, you know, factor to it. You can do all the hashtag trending and all of that you want to, but the reality is consistency matters more than a lot of that other stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, mixing it up, trying different things is beneficial, I believe.
Really, it's about having something that people want to see, right? Mm-hmm. It's not just about catching the wave or whatever, because it's about keeping that audience. Going viral is cool. Like, I posted something on my personal TikTok that went viral, 1.3 million views. And it was just some random, you know, me playing around with a filter. I wasn't able to monetize off of it, wasn't able to capture any type of audience because it had nothing to do with my brand and what I was really doing. I literally just posted that just to, you know,
have fun,
see what, you know, it was something that I thought was funny at the time. And so it went viral. So that's what also, I didn't even think that was gonna go viral, right? So that's what put me in the mind state of, you don't know what's gonna go viral. You don't know. So you might as well just keep posting and staying
consistent.
True.
One thing that I want to kind of touch on is what we feel made this specific video something that was so engaging, share worthy, you know, viral, for lack of a better term.
For me, when I go back and watch that trailer, I genuinely smile at it. And it's not just because it's us. And I say this all the time about our YouTube videos. When I watch them in my living room, I am laughing at us, even though I know what's coming next. You can literally feel the genuineness and the love that we have for each other off the camera. You can see it.
Yeah, and it's no rap cap.
Yeah, it's no rap cap.
It's no rap cap.
So that's one thing that I think adds to it. And then we're melanated, beautiful people, you know. So that's another element of it. So I know with my interest, if this were to pop up on my For You page, and it was someone else and their siblings do that, I would stop. I would click.
Definitely.
I would stroll.
Yeah.
Probably subscribed as well. And the content is engaging. So that's what it is for me.
Okay.
I feel like when I watch the video, I have a sense of nostalgia a little bit because it starts off with, in 2020, me and my siblings did this, right? And so it takes you back to 2020, the infamous year where we all know what happened, right? So I feel like taking you back to that year puts you in whatever space you were when everything was going on, right? It was going crazy. So it puts you in that like, oh, I was there in 2020 and this is how I felt and this is what happened. And so I feel like that's a big part of it. And then also you asked the question of what they did with their stimmy check. That was something that was like, yeah, go back to 2020 and what you did with that money, buddy. And so I really think that charging people and asking them what they did with their stimmy check, plus taking them back to that time when they got it, that was enough to be like, okay, let me send this to somebody. Plus, of course, there are a lot of people who want to see people like us doing this.
And so the lesson or the quote unquote takeaway is try to figure out a way to remain authentic and properly present, AKA package, what is unique about you. And then repeatedly state that. And eventually, for those who resonate with your demographic, your position, your thought, your philosophy, your endeavor, your mission, whatever it is, eventually you will find the pocket where, or you'll find that mainstream where all of those people are swimming, right? And so I think ultimately that's the takeaway. That's the reason our video did well, is because it's really us, it's really our story, and it is a unique one. I don't know anybody else right now that can say that they literally combined that small amount of money and invested it in such a large piece of real estate. Yeah, so I mean, I think that story, the angle that we chose was unique enough to pique people's interest. Even if it's not necessarily viral growth, it will be organic growth, which is what I think any of us, I know for me, when it comes to everything that we've been doing, my only real goal has been to be consistent enough to have organic growth. Viral, I've never cared about. I'm never gonna chase it, but I do believe that there are certain things you can do on a consistent basis that always put you in the position and the proximity of an exponential growth.
So what made this post different from previous posts that we thought would go viral?
Yeah.
And what I will say is I thought that we would have to use the trendiness of sounds a little bit. Like we would have to utilize that more. The trendiness of sounds, maybe using a famous person's audio, pulling it in, using their following, hashtagging them. Maybe when somebody clicked on their hashtag, then, you know, they would see our video and because they talked about certain elements that were present in our video, they would watch it and then share it and, you know, stuff like that. And really, now that I'm thinking about it, it's a lot of ifs. It's like, if they do it, if they click it, if they see it, right? Because a lot of people are using these hashtags and sounds, especially the viral ones, right? Everybody's like, get this sound and you'll get 10,000 followers. Yeah. And so it's like, all right, if everybody's using that sound, how all of us gonna get 10,000 followers?
Now we're the needle in the haystack.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like just understanding that word viral is so trendy, but viral is just a byproduct. There's a lot of other things that you can focus on to the point where viral is something you almost could ignore and it'll just happen.
Right.
You know, you just have to trust that you are enough, and you have to put effort into strategizing, again, how to package and present your uniqueness. Hopefully, us giving you all our unique perspective on going viral and what that means to us has benefited you all. Hopefully you gathered some takeaways from this video. Of course, we are in the off season, but we want to make sure that we are still providing content for the entrepreneurs that are out there following us. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And of course, we've got plenty in the chamber. So don't worry about us going ghost on y'all. We got a whole lot more to come. Thanks for watching Trep Out Da Bando, where we turn STEMI checks to a quadruplex. Big Trep, OG Trep.
OG Trep.
Hey, young Trep, baby Trep.
Baby Trep.
Hey.